like, I'm hats off to everyone that does it, but I'm a sensitive soul. Okay?
It is what it is, child.
Let's loosen up and stop telling all my business.
We're not.
Yes.
Gingers are black.
Guys, let me tell you something.
He was perfect in every way.
Yeah.
Genuinely perfect in every way. Tall, handsome, delicious, caring. I had told him something.
So what's the problem?
Girl.
It was already like 3 a.m. How much crazy could it be?
We ended up in a coke house.
Don't bring that weirdo stuff over to me.
You're now sipping with SJ.
Welcome back to another episode of Sipping with SJ, the show where we sip and spill our truth. We are joined today by none other than the bass queen. From that alone, you should know who I'm talking about.
Period.
My friend, Uche
Period.
Natori.
Hi.
Welcome.
I'm very excited to be here.
Girl, I'm back. We got you here.
And guys, don't. I rescheduled many a times.
Because to be fair, you know what? It's okay.
Life
happens. But you're here.
That
and that's
TikTok
what we
sound.
love.
Life. But we are definitely here. I'm very excited.
Oh my God. It's been you know what's so funny? What I think is so funny. Can you get back in your bed?
Oh, period.
Because what the heck? We have been trying to schedule a gist session.
Oh yeah, just in
since
general.
December.
Oh yeah, when we came back from Lagos, I bumped into Shani and Joyce, Madam Joyce, at the nail shop because half of London goes to the same nail shop.
Girl.
And we were like, guys, we were trying to gist on the low.
And we couldn't because
It's
people,
such
there were
a-
ears,
I mean,
there were
it's-
ears around.
80% of the nail shop is black, so
Listen.
I will assume that you know
We
who
know
we're talking
who-
about. Yeah,
Come on
you
now,
kind of know the
yeah.
vibe. Yeah, so we were trying to gist on the low.
And it was months of us trying to plan
Yeah.
this thing, and then we just ended up
We only caught up really last week.
recently, and now it's been like 3 days in a row, basically.
I know. She's so obsessed with
can't
me.
get it- I
She's
can't
so
get it
obsessed with me. Is it that my earring is stuck in my hair or what's happening? Sorry.
Either way,
I actually think
every time you wear these earrings, I can't stop
have
staring.
to tell you
I'm
though,
obsessed.
they are sold separately. I always said that to people.
So buy one, buy two, not.
Yeah, no, not as a set, which is crazy because it's from a brand called Justin Clinker, and typically everything is a set, right? But I saw this specific style on Makeup by Chelsea, shout out Makeup by Chelsea, and she was like, oh, by the way, they're sold separately. And it does say it, but you just
Watch
wouldn't
them be
think.
£300 each.
No,
just for the.
It's like Justin Clinker is affordable, but each one is like 70 something pounds.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So it's not bad, yeah.
But do you know what?
It's a unique style. She's unique. Let me not even do too much free promo, you know. But I do like them.
Shout out to Miss.
Not the personalization.
Because cheers
to you.
for sipping with SJ.
Period. Oh, this is like one of these.
Sip. So good.
Oh, was I meant to sip
So
it?
good.
Okay.
Do you know what? It is what it is, child.
Let's loosen up and stop telling all my business.
Do you know what? Let me even.
She says, Cinnamon, will you please take a seat with
Bed.
us? Guys, Shani don't play about this dog. She said bed.
It's my baby.
And he
but
went
he also
straight to
gets a
bed.
bit naughty sometimes, so you have to kind of,
Discipline. Discipline.
I want to get straight into the timeline topics.
As
Girl,
in Twitter.
Twitter.
Okay.
Well,
Okay, girl.
It's not just Twitter, Instagram, the
Social
whole social
commentary.
Yeah, because I'm also
Yes.
really happy that you don't call it X, because it is Twitter. It will
Oh, no,
always be
no, it's Twitter.
Twitter.
It's Twitter.
But anyways,
Twitter forever.
let's talk about not just dating, but being married to your biggest op. God forbids.
On my life. And do you know what? Before we jump into it, I actually sympathize with people because you don't
don't
even
know
with
sometimes.
friends, sometimes you just
You
don't
don't
know
know.
that someone
Girl,
doesn't like you
speak
until
about it.
retrospect. Then you're like, oh, actually, I don't think that person liked me.
Speak
But at the time, it's like you don't want to think the worst of people. So when people are like, how could you ever be married to your big? It can happen to anybody.
And then you just realize one day, oh my gosh, the rose-tinted glasses shatter, and there you are, the biggest troll of my life.
You hate my guts.
Bruh.
Are you talking about Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber. I'm so sorry. What was that? I'm going to read it out. I'm also going to include screenshots for you
Is
guys.
it actually from a credible source? Like he actually said that.
He
live
did
out?
it, and then he deleted the caption. He rejigged the caption. He
Are we
realized
sure
what he
he
was doing.
said that to begin with? Like people, and it wasn't.
I will read out
edited?
what he said,
I've read it, but I haven't seen it.
but the girls need to hear it.
Okay, yeah.
The girls.
Listen up, girls.
Justin said, "Yo, so sorry. backstory. Hailey Bieber has now got a cover of Vogue. Congratulations, Hailey. Love that for you. But her husband came to disgrace her. I can't believe that it's even husband. He posted the picture and captioned it, "Yo, this reminds me of when Hailey and I got into a huge fight. I told Hales that she would never be on the cover of Vogue. Yikes, I know, so mean. For some reason, because I felt disrespected, I thought I gotta get even. I think as we mature, we realize that we're not helping anything by getting even, but honestly just prolonging what we want, which is intimacy and connection. So baby, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a cover of Vogue, because clearly I was sadly mistaken." I'm so sorry. Even this sadly mistaken, what do you mean you were sadly mistaken? You should be happy you were mistaken, that she was never going to get a cover of Vogue. I don't get it. How is that how you're supporting your wife?
I don't know. I'm just like,
What?
I'm leaning towards giving them more grace.
For why?
Because of all this like Diddy stuff.
He came out and said he wasn't
Usher
abused.
stuff. Something's wrong with him. I'm sorry.
And that's that on that. So he is going through
You're going through something.
Because he's not been Justin that we know.
For a while.
For a minute.
And I'm just like...
But regardless, not regardless, because obviously he's going through some things. But what I've noticed with Justin is I don't think he supports her. I don't feel like he supports her. And I'm saying this because even with all the Selena and stuff that's been going on for years, has he ever come up to be like, "Yo, enough"?
Has he actually? Has she said it? Has Hailey addressed
Hailey
it?
has. Hailey had a whole TikTok where she was like, guys, she was crying. She was like, guys, it's enough. Like, it's been years.
Dark,
Get over it.
It's quite surprising that he hasn't said anything.
And then now she gets the cover of Vogue.
Yeah, that caption is so interesting to me. That's why I was like, it's almost unbelievable.
Is it true?
I'm like, it's almost because it's like, you typed it out, read it.
And then said, yep.
And said, I'm going to post that.
And then when you got the backlash from it, because he's got like over 40K comments on that one post, but normally he gets like 2,000 comments. Like 40,000 comments saying, "Yo, what the heck?" And then he went and changed it. He was like, "Okay, cool." So a bunch of emojis.
That makes sense. Like, and then you've only changed them on other people. I don't know. To me, I'm just like, there's such a massive disconnect. That is obviously not a caption of someone that loves you.
After that, I was going through like the rest of his page, and I was like, "Sir, what's good?"
As in with her?
No, with him, just in general, his page. I'm like, what's good?
Well. Even when there was a road event a few years ago, and he was there, she was there, Justine Skye was there. And also like Justine and Hailey were doing like besties, it was really cute.
Yeah.
You can tell that Justin came to like support. But this is why it confused me, because even in that moment, it was very much like, this is Hailey's moment, I'm flying under the radar. I even asked him for a picture and he was like, "Oh no, like, I don't really want to do pictures tonight," but like, and we just ended up like talking to him, he was really cool.
Which is fine, yeah.
Looked absolutely jogged off his face.
Oh no, that's not
nice, but it didn't give someone that like hates, but then that was like a very short, maybe half an hour interaction.
I don't know. It's so weird because obviously you're in the public eye. You're like, you think about certain things. Even for me, I'm like, okay, sometimes when I do things, I'm being perceived a certain way. But I feel like I don't want to read into all the TikTok conspiracies
about
But I'm like, damn. Sometimes, child, it's not a conspiracy. Sometimes,
but I think it's a byproduct of whatever is going on with his life. And I want to think that it's not that you hate her, it's just you just hate where you are, what's going on with you. And it's like, it naturally comes off on the people closest to you.
My guy said, "I was sadly mistaken. I told you were never going to get on the cover of Vogue."
Why would you bring that private moment publicly? Now everyone...
In her moment. That's like somebody, I'm sorry, to me, that's the same as somebody coming to my wedding and getting engaged. You're stealing my shine.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that.
That will be the last interaction we have.
Ever.
It's just so weird. He's weird. But yeah, I just think, I do think everyone just needs to give her a break.
No facts.
From constantly coming for her in her relationship. And she's a new mom. I just think it's too much. Whatever's going on in their marriage.
Ciao. For real.
Yeah.
I also wanted to talk about Cardi. So Cardi's now in a new relationship.
With the guy that just had a baby.
That's exactly. This is why I knew I had to get Uche on the show, because she is like me. Guys, we are sisters. We are yappers together.
It's just so
yappers.
Because I see, obviously, our work is social media, so
right.
we're always
we see
on social.
Shit.
Yeah, we
right.
see shit. And it's so funny
is that?
because on the surface, I actually really like her with him.
It
He's
makes,
like cool.
visually, it makes sense.
Athlete, cool, like stylish, seems like a cool guy. Don't know
Career-wise,
anything about
athlete,
him.
it makes sense.
They seem very much equally yoked in that sense.
Until the day after you finally go public, he has a baby with somebody else.
But you must have always known that he was going to have a baby. That's why I'm just like, it's a bit of a grey area in the sense of, I get it because him and his baby mum probably aren't together. But because everyone is so public, and that's the issue with public relationships because none of us really know the nuance. That's the issue with public relationships because none of us know the nuance. But like, give the girl a break.
I don't understand because for me, I've loved Cardi since.
Love her down.
Never fix my teeth. I'm gonna be this
Love
way forever.
her,
I will always love Cardi.
Yep,
I'm so sorry. To me, she can do no wrong.
Yeah.
But when is she gonna get her happily ever after?
The issue is there's not enough like solid men.
And I feel like the men that are solid enough for her
Gone. Yeah.
And also,
she's also calibered off. Like you have to be a certain caliber to actually like
get to that level of being able to date her. And now you've dated her, you've got her, and you had a baby. But she must have known. She must have known. I'm sorry,
I think she knew, but do you think that she was already pregnant right before they started dating?
1000%, because the baby's here now.
But maybe, for all we know, that could have been because sometimes it wasn't really,
Little trappy trap, I'm gonna keep you in my life forever.
Yeah. People can be vindictive
Could
in
you
that
date
way.
a guy that after you go public with him?
Yeah.
So say you fall in love, it's like a mad whirlwind, and it's the end of his ex's pregnancy or a fling's pregnancy, so he has a baby whilst you've just gone public. Could you continue it?
Oh, I would never go public. You lost me at gone public. Because of this kind of thing is that the fact that
you won't go
most
public.
People don't understand the nuance of what happens privately. So,
but then that's why it's open to speculation.
But I don't want you to speculate.
But I feel like it's
that's
also,
the problem,
right? But I feel like so if you go public, it's open speculation. If you don't go public,
but if you don't go
in this
public,
world we live in, people will look at a fingernail and be like, "Oh my God, she's dating da 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 da."
Yeah, I don't even mind the speculation. But the thing is, it's the same thing with what's happened with Hailey and Justin, which is completely unavoidable. There's some things that you can handle in private,
right?
And like.
Keep
Maybe Cardi is absolutely fine with the fact that he was having a baby.
Because she's got 3 of her own.
Because she's got 3 kids. Like she's got a situation. Like not that long ago, she was dealing with her ex and all of the rubbish that he brings. And it's one thing dealing with issues like that privately. It's another thing now having like millions of opinions of people that don't actually know. And I say this, and we say this as people that are like good friends with public figures or celebrities or whoever, where their lives are constantly being speculated on. And half the time, half the stuff is like complete bullshit.
So far from
even if you do happen to hit the nose, you haven't hit the nose really in the right way. There's just so much like rubbish online.
I don't know if I could do it.
So I'm like, I hats off to everyone that does it, but I'm a sensitive soul.
For me, I don't know if I could date. If I've just gone public with you, and then the baby comes up. Part of me is going to want to continue the relationship just to be like, I can do it. I'm strong.
Okay, and this is my point.
But then the other part of me is like, hell no.
This is my point. Also, talking to you as someone that has had a lot of eyes on your relationship, it really skews your in real life. Because there is no way in hell I'm going to be doing something for the perception of people that don't know me. It was never up to that.
In that situation, when you've already been under the microscope with your relationship for a while, and then something that big comes along, part of me, the ego in me is going to want to be, the pride in me is going to want to be like, I can face this, I'm going to get through it, we're going to be fine. However, I don't give a heck what anyone thinks in me will also be like, anyways, bye. It was fun while it lasted.
But also this scenario, he already told you, hey, I have this situation with this person, this is the situation that happened with that person. Men like to inflate, underinflate, whatever the reality is. But the basic facts are there. He's having a kid with someone else. Oof. In that moment, you're like, do you know what? Don't mind, whatever. It's come out now. It's come out, and do you feel like in that situation, there could be a possibility where at the time she didn't mind, but now I'm seeing everyone's opinion on it. I'm like, do I really need another like media shitstorm of opinions on my personal life?
Because sis has gone, she's done everything from performances where her ex comes and begs her back.
I also think that's
marriages,
so manipulative.
So manipulative.
It's again, people don't know the nuance of what's happened privately.
Behind the scenes.
And now I feel like I have to be forced to react because maybe I don't want to embarrass you.
Like, sometimes you have to embarrass them.
Oh, you must.
I did it and I had to.
My ex did that
I was
once.
happy.
Yeah, my ex, I'd gone to a
Your ex embarrassed you?
No, I went to a party.
So excuse me, I don't remember that.
I went to a party and anyone that was there would
Just
probably
mind your
remember
business.
this. Yeah, anyone that was there probably remember this. Don't say anything. And so I'd gone to this party and he turned up. And my friends were like, don't go over there, try speaking to her. Came over there. It was such a fucking shit. Like, I ended the night like in the corner, like crying with a top over my head. Because yeah, we're in a private area, but like, and the thing is, I don't cry because I'm upset. I cry because if I don't cry,
there's something's gonna happen. That happened to me 2 days. Ask Yomi. That happened to
2
me
days ago.
2 days ago. 2 days. Girl,
give us the tea.
I was,
Sipping with
do you know what? It was
SJ.
actually.
Give us the tea.
Can I?
Yeah.
Scrap it. it wasn't even anything like
happened?
relationship.
Let me
It was actually about the podcast.
Oh.
So obviously our podcast is meant to come out every Sunday.
Yeah.
The editor that had been found and sourced was just testing and trying my patience. It's now Wednesday.
Yeah.
My episode still hasn't come out.
It's coming out tomorrow though.
It's coming out tonight.
Tonight, I'm
Soon as
sorry.
we-
It's
soon as
coming
we-
out. So you should have watched it by now, really.
Yeah,
truly. You should have watched it by now.
It should have been watched. But I was so angry because I couldn't shout at the person. And I've got Yoms who I can talk to, but I can't shout at Yomi. It's not her fault.
It's not her
I've got the
fault,
guy
yeah.
who did the sourcing. I can't shout at him. It's not
Yeah.
his fault. Give me the guy's number. Oh no, Shani, it's okay. No, give me the guy's number because I have some words that I need to get off my chest. And because I'm not getting them off my chest, now I'm crying. And I hate that about me.
But the annoying thing is, people that don't have that kind of bodily reaction are looking at you like,
what's
oh
wrong
my
with
God,
you?
Like,
is everything
I
okay?
said,
And I'm
not
like, don't
upset.
touch me because I'm
Yeah.
crying. I'm not upset. I
I'm
want
not
to
upset.
punch somebody in the face.
Yeah,
but
I have to always reiterate, like, I'm not upset, by the way, guys. I'm actually fucking fuming. But the thing with me is,
I need an outlet.
as a human being, I know that when you take things to a place, it's hard to come back from
You
that.
can't
So let me just
untake-
cry.
Yes.
Let me just cry because I don't want to cuss nobody out.
I'm emotional too. Let's not get it twisted.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so emotional. My
Very
emotions are on
emotional.
the surface.
But
like,
if I'm upset, I will tell you you're upsetting me. But if I'm crying without telling you you're upset, it means that
Run.
the blood in my body is
Run.
at an unhealthy temperature.
it's giving She-Hulk.
Like,
I need to. Oh, actually,
Fuming.
speaking of turning into certain things that you're
I thought
not.
you were saying, speaking of She-Hulk, I was thinking,
She-Hulk, girl, none of us are
what
She-Hulks
about
over here.
She-Hulk? Yeah, like,
Speaking of turning into things that we're not,
yes.
gingers are black.
Guys, let me tell you something. Do you know what it is? There's a model called Callum Harper, and he'd used the sound, and his reaction was so funny. I'd heard the sound before, and then he'd used the sound, and his reaction was so funny. And I was like, that's like very deadpan, that kind of humor of like,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
yeah, of like,
humor.
yeah, and that was really just like the long and short of my interaction with that. But then
It took over the world.
someone was like, yeah, but when Hailey was mermaid, that I said,
Here we go. When I saw that,
I said, to be fair,
I said, here we go.
to
We're on a,
be
we're on a,
fair, tea.
because what the heck? But do you think gingers are black? Do you think gingers are black?
No. Like it
I
was,
love
it was
y'all.
funny in jest.
It was funny.
It was
in jest,
actually
but
quite
now
funny
it's
in
actually got
jest.
to a level
But
of.
then some
There was
people
one
started
guy.
crying.
No, one guy
and said this is the
went,
best day of their
took
life.
it all the way left. Yeah, I did see that. I saw the crying and saying, "Oh my God, I'm finally black." Girl, you better sit your
I
little.
belong. Like the comments.
Sit in caucasity.
The
'cause-
comments were taking me out. Oh gosh,
Babe.
what a moment! What
No, but
a
one guy
moment.
came to ruin it and actually broke my heart because I was like, oh, it's
Oh, no,
again
what did he
in jest. I was
say?
really loving it, but he was like, oh, yeah. So I found out that I'm black. Da, 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 da. And then he was like, oh yeah, I also remembered that time that I left my kids to go and look for some milk, and I still haven't returned.
Oh yeah, that was dark.
I
Yeah.
said, hey.
But this is what I mean. Like,
You can we not have a little joke?
know when to participate in something and know when to like this is a line.
Pull back.
Because then that's when people had to start saying, oh no, guys, because you don't know how to enjoy things.
Nicely.
Now we're gonna have to take it away because it was cute and funny when people were reacting, and it was like, oh.
But now you're doing that racism.
And that's exactly why gingers are
not
black.
Black, baby. I'm so sorry. You're not black.
Because
I love you because you're always. I'm not being funny. Even when I was a little child,
you're a
in
little
school,
ginger now, a little
girl,
cinnamon.
I am a ginger. This ginger
You
is
and
black.
Sin are really like 5
We're
and
twins
6 right now. Yeah,
we are. You know my little brother. You don't know my little brother. My little brother.
No, of your little brother. Yeah.
He has like this color hair
naturally,
like just going throughout his scalp.
I love that.
So that ginger is
that.
black. This ginger
this hair
is
eats.
black.
This hair really eats. Staring at him with like my no hair, like no braids for me for a while. No, guys, my friend is
I
getting
love you
married.
in braids.
I love braids, but I have no hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have no hair.
You did actually do a whole shave off your head pixie.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
then
the
I got
reason? Is that what- that's
yeah,
what-
yeah. It's because I literally and then I grew it back out a little bit because I knew I was going to Brazil, so I got it cut in like October. Went on a family holiday and I wanted to like get it cut and coloured or whatever. I got it cut and coloured, and then I knew I was going to Brazil in March, and I knew I wanted to have.
She said, "Let me let it grow out."
Yeah, but it grew like a sacred, and I also have regular treatments with Josh Hair and Beauty. That's my short hair stylist.
Love.
She's fab. Shout out Josh Hair and Beauty. Absolutely fab. We love Sharon. So I knew I wanted to grow it out for that. Got my boho, cute. And then I was like, oh, time to cut my hair because I was literally waiting for that moment. Now my friend is like, one of my best friends is getting married in September, and she wants all the bridesmaids to have ponytails.
You know we're in May.
It'll grow back to a ponytail by because I had when was Mobo? It was Feb.
Yeah.
I had a ponytail.
Wait, are you gonna do pony? But you could do a ponytail frontal.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a frontal ponytail. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
saying, girl,
But I want to cut my hair again and like
Uche,
every time I say it, she just keeps looking at me like the instructions are so clear.
grow the hair. She said, but I want to cut it.
I
Do you
just
know what? I
wanna
can't
cut
say
my
anything because the only reason I haven't cut mine again is because I promised my mum I wouldn't cut my hair again, and now she's not here for me to argue with her. So Brenda won.
Yeah, you actually can't.
Brenda won the argument,
you
and that's.
can't cut your
I
hair
feel
ever.
like she cheated personally. Just saying.
Like, why would you go and just?
Do that. Like, hello. Now I can't argue with me. Like, just. Girl, we gotta have some words when I get home.
You got to ask her to send you a sign.
Listen.
If I can cut it, throw
Send
my
me
pillow
a
across the
sign,
room.
please.
Make it clear and direct. So I
Could
know.
I really be talking to her like that though? It was
No,
just
but you
so-
have to. You can't be
Because,
like,
girl, I want just a little trim.
what's your opinion? You
Like,
know,
girl, keep me posted.
if it is, tell Cindy to bark once. You know.
Damn. Silence. Relationships.
That's it.
We
Ooh.
are talking.
We gotta take a little
Another sip?
before.
Girl.
I'm
scared.
Before we start talking about relationships, ooh.
I'm sorry, but mist has my heart.
Yeah, it's actually really yum.
Whew.
If you don't like tequila,
Get
you actually
mist.
really like this.
That
It's like-
salted caramel. It doesn't feel like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
don't
yeah.
need a mixer.
Yeah, you don't.
is
It's
the
really
drink.
nice. No, it's really good. It's yum.
If you guys you're tuned in, you better be tuned in. But for my regular listeners, you guys know I'm on a journey right now of intentional dating. This
You are?
is my first time in life
You are?
intentionally
When did this start?
dating.
When did it start?
I'm not dating anyone in particular.
No, but when did this?
Be quiet.
I need to know the mum because I'm like,
Stop talking.
this must be a new thing in your life.
Okay, since December. God, I ended it with him in December. Did I not tell you this? I told you this. Did I tell you this?
No.
I ended it with him in.
I'm seeing bags. I'm seeing other items that.
Those are old items that I'm just bringing out.
What's the
closet.
newest?
Sometimes
What's the newest item? Because there was definitely some stuff from December. How much do they know about your life? They obviously don't know names, but like, what do they know?
They don't know a lot, you know. So since that ex that we don't say his name, I don't tell a lot,
Yeah.
and I'm getting back into the habit of trying to open up a little piece.
If you started the next episode with a name,
Done.
this
A wrap. This podcast is taking it to ITV.
What?
Everything.
What? I live through friends like Shani. Because me, a babe like me, I'm not into.
No, but it's so
not
crazy
into-
because if I was to look at you from the outside in,
You'd think so,
I think
but
we're doing the same.
I'm so regular when it comes to dating.
And I hate that for you. I'm not gonna hold you.
Very regular.
I hate that for you because I know the type of people that I be talking to would enjoy
Yes, but the thing is,
lavishing you.
when I think about like love relationships, romance,
I can't do it with those.
no. And I have like
I've
a
learnt
very
my lesson.
traditional sense of how I want to settle down.
Okay, so we're gonna.
Yeah.
You're a big earner, girl. You make
I
money.
am, yeah.
You're
what did we say
comfortable.
about Cardi?
A certain caliber of woman.
Yeah, I'm calibered off. I am calibered off. I'll be honest. Like,
Right. So my situation is when you're trying to date the norms.
let's-
The norms. Right.
when she says norm, so no one is offended, she means
Not
non-visibly,
rappers, not
non-visible,
musicians,
non-visible
not
men.
footballers, non-visible men.
Non-visible men.
Right.
Yeah.
When you date the norms, I want to date a norm, so it's not a negative. Please, I'm looking for the norms. Sister, how does that work? Are you okay being the main breadwinner?
Okay, two things.
She said, never that.
Two things. You can't date a non-visible man because unfortunately you are
You know
just.
what? I'm done. I'm out.
Sit your ass down. Unfortunately, look at the way Cinnamon was
Cinnamon
like,
said, "We're
ready,
out."
ready. You're just a bad bee. And
But
it's
so
hard-
are you.
No. Different caliber of bad bee. You know, you're just like a
gonna
different level. So it's hard for a guy that's not visible. You have to be like ultra secure. Most men are not that level of secure.
I don't know what I'm gonna do because this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to currently date the norms. So, and this is what I'm also asking you. Can you date somebody who is earning less than you?
Why do they have to earn less? Because they're
Because,
non-visible.
girl,
The issue isn't necessarily
Financier.
about how much they make. It's just that
are you financially literate?
no, just so we can have our values are aligned in the sense of like we both live a certain life.
Can you keep up?
Yeah, as long as like our life, we have similar lifestyles, absolutely fine. You're not as much money as I make. I'm not overly extravagant. Like I'm not buying stuff all the time. I think people think I'm always, but I'm really not. Like,
Girl,
a lot of my money.
Actually,
goes,
no. To be fair, you went through a phase. I remember looking at your TikTok, and she was like, "Girl, I just bought this," and I was like, "Oh, this is cute," but I haven't actually seen you do that in a minute.
Yeah, but like for the percent again, this is the only way I can really say it. For the percentage I earn,
You ain't
the
spending no way.
percentage I spend is really.
Keep it that way, girl.
It's really. I don't like. I come from a generation of like.
Save.
Just keep like I like my money where I can see it. Whether that's like where I live. I like where I live. I always invest in where I live.
Yeah, facts.
Also, I've been making money for a long time, so there's only so many bags. How many bags? How many shoes? Like how many? I had a
Never
phase of
enough
being into
bags.
watches. That was a bad phase for me.
I would never not knock that phase. I will never knock that phase. Sorry, I
That's
love a
an
good watch.
but that was an
It's an expensive habit.
expensive
Hobby.
habit. My watch phase
She said, "Give me
was
everything.
like all
give me
that.
that. Give me that.
But now
Two of those.
I've got all that. Wallahi. People be like, which one are you getting? I'm like, which
Both.
one? Both.
Why am I choosing?
Give me both of them in different colours.
am I
So I've
choosing?
got all like,
Shit.
I've got all the nice shit I want.
hear it.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got all the watches,
So now you're just
got all
ready
the
to
rings, got
find
all
somebody
the.
who can just continue the same lifestyle that you're already living.
As long as we live an equal lifestyle,
Then you're good.
then I'm good. But you can live a good life on. You can live a really, really good life on less than what people will think that you can live a good life on. Not less than you have, less than people would think. Very important distinction. That's to say people feel like you need millions and millions and millions and millions, but you can still live a very, very good life not earning £1 million a year. Because realistically, the tax man's going to eat half of that anyway. So you're not really,
A bit more than
won't
that,
see the
shit.
million at the end of the year. You
Which is
just,
kind of crazy when you think
it's
about
just
it.
on paper.
Girl.
And then the rest of you, you're just watching it fly. See ya. Yeah, anyway, I
yeah.
say all that to say, no, actually, because do you know what the issue is? You go on podcasts and you say things, right?
And it's like, wait, where did I say that?
And then people want to hold you to it. I'm like, did I
I might
say
change
that?
tomorrow. I'm a
Did I
girl.
say that?
I might have a epiphany tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. So
But I
take
just
everything
care
with a pinch
about,
of salt.
like, I care less about the money element than people think.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I've never in my life dated someone that doesn't have money. Even when I was
And I
in
love
school.
that. And I
So
love
it's like,
that.
I'm not now going to be
I've done it once,
my age.
never again.
No,
I did broke love one time, never again.
Why?
Girl, I was young, dumb, and
What was that like? Like
Hell.
you would be doing stuff for them. Like, how does it work? Like,
I
how does it work
wasn't
when you date
making
someone
the
that
money that
doesn't
I'm
have
making now. I'll say that. I wasn't making the money that I'm making now, but at the time I was in a decent job.
Right. So you would
And I was
buy
making
him
something.
like take him. Basically, you
I
would do
would-
everything, but he would do nothing for you. Is that how it works?
He would do what he could do for me.
Which was what?
Just he'd have to get creative. I don't know if it was a massage, if it was a
That's still cute.
something, if it was
that's
a whatever.
Not broke.
Girl, when I'm paying for absolutely everything.
Oh yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's what I mean. So what didn't he do? He literally would never take you out for stuff. Never take you out for dinners.
Our first date, I paid.
Oh.
Most of our dates, I paid.
Oh.
Until I level, I'm the sort of girl that will level you up. So I did level him up. I got him in a really good job.
Okay.
I changed up his CV, got him in a good job, and then I left.
And then what? Do you know what kills me? Because he probably thought, this
This
is
is my girl.
This is
I
it,
said, child, I'm
yeah.
gonna set you up and I'm gonna go. Because I can't leave you in the lurch like this. But I had to leave. I was like, I actually can't do it. It wasn't
I think as long
conducive.
as you're having, this is mainly for the young girls. Because do you know what my only thing is, right? I'm very aware of using certain language. Because with a lot of us, a lot of younger girls obviously will like see like the life we're living or see like what we're doing, whatever.
And think, oh my God, I'm not dating a brokey. Girl, it ain't
Right,
that.
but I'm just literally like, that's why I said I've never not dated a guy that had money. When I was 18, it was like you had money for, like you
That
were also
age.
18, but like we
Right.
both had like, do you know what I mean? It's like, but I never felt that, oh my God, this guy doesn't have, although one of my exes from uni was like Christian royalty.
Oh.
But he wasn't like a, but he was
He
like,
had money, child. He had money.
he had money, but I'm not sitting there saying, get me a Birkin and get me this.
No.
It was just like, you just
I've
enjoy
never
your time
asked for
with
any
them.
of the things that I've received.
Yeah,
I'll
you
say
just
that.
enjoy your time. Like you
Right.
go on nice holidays, you go on nice dinners. But also, I'm the kind of person that like, if I want to go to the south of France tomorrow, I'm gonna go.
Facts.
That's what I mean. Like if I want to,
If I want to get a private jet, I'm gonna be on a private
I'm
jet.
gonna do it.
Period.
And that's what I mean by like a similar lifestyle. But you don't need to have like tens of millions of pounds.
I know, I like being spent on. I'm not gonna agree with you there.
Yeah.
So
That's why I said different caliber. Different caliber. I'm good at
I
like
do want to date.
cute
I want to
holiday,
go back
cute-
to my corporate guys.
You
I'm not gonna call you
can't.
norms.
You can't.
I want to go back to my
You
corporate
can't
guys
date a
so
corporate
badly.
guy because
so badly.
The difference between Shani and I is, I'll be like, okay, me and my girls are going on holiday for my birthday, and my man will be like, okay, I'll pay for your lot's hotel, calm. And maybe I'll be like, oh, I'll pay for this. Shani will be like, babe, can you get us a private jet to go to like Turks and Caicos, and can you also pay for the villa, and then da 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 da. That's what I said. It's not the same. It's not the same.
And babe,
You can't date a corporate guy. You can't. How is he going to justify getting the jet?
No, but okay. So my situation is right. I've done all of that. I've enjoyed it. I've lived it. I've had my fun in the sun. And now I'm ready to settle down to what I wanted.
A corporate guy is not getting your Birkin, babe.
I don't want the Birkin anymore. I've got
What do you
I've got
want?
the Kelly. I don't need the Birkin.
I do know. This is what I said about the secure, because now you've been dating this guy. He's a corporate guy. He kind of knows you a little bit, and then you start bringing out all these bags. You start wearing all your watches, and I know.
But he hasn't got to pay for them again because they're already there.
But he's thinking, where did you get
I'll tell him.
this?
I'll be open and
Right,
honest.
and now he's got a complex.
Yeah, true.
Unintentionally.
I'm not gonna lie, dating guys after dating the men that I've dated has been so funny because they're fans and it gives me the ick.
You know,
it
when
gives me the ick.
Let me not even use specific examples, but it's so interesting dating non-visible men that like
Know your business.
Talk about like, and you're just like, but I made the mistake once, guys. Oh, I made the mistake once.
Let me see if I made the same mistake.
Mind you, I didn't even date this guy. We're just like cool. We're cool. He's like a cool guy. Music.
Okay.
Right. I can say it. No, let me not.
Don't
Let
even.
me not.
You sure you don't want to?
I don't even know. Oh no, we're like about to do. Why are you playing these songs? Mind you, we didn't date. He's just a cool guy.
He didn't play the song.
And I was like, oh.
Interesting.
When I tell you, the vibe was just.
Interesting.
The
No, but it
vibe
happens.
just got. But that's not
I've
even
done it
someone
once
I've dated.
though. I've played
Yeah.
his song
Yeah.
whilst
Which
I
one?
finished a date.
Oh. Yeah.
I played that one of his songs, but it was like, you know when you have your YouTube playing and it just comes up next. And then she was that girl, the girl that I was on a date with. She was like, "Girl, you know you played."
Oh yeah, forget you're bi. Everybody is bi.
Everybody.
I'm like the only person that isn't bi.
She is. She just doesn't know it yet.
No, guys. Everyone's like, you don't get straighter than Uche. Like, she is like a ruler.
She's strictly
still,
dickly.
Like,
Strictly dickly, baby. Ain't nothing
Yeah.
else. No, but she told me, she was like, you know, you were playing his music. That's why nothing transpired that night. And I was like, oh shit. But I
But
don't
how
even
does
think
she
about
know?
it. Because, girl, she was in my close friends. People be seeing the things I post in there. Oops.
But you didn't post his face in there.
I did. Oh, did I?
I don't think you just posted his houses. No, she never posted his face, right? No,
I
you
didn't
never posted his face.
Houses, trips,
Houses
bags.
and stuff, yeah.
Living the lavish life.
But listen, guys, we're outside.
Are you dating right now? Are you actively trying to date, or are you just?
I am dating. I went on a really nice date the other day, actually.
Oh,
Do you want to talk about this
Yes,
in
you
case
do.
he sees
Speak.
it? No. He like it's not gonna go any further. I already said to him like had a great time, but
I hate that.
no, he was a really nice guy. I'm more of like a chill person, like I said. So I think initially he was like, oh, let's go to this restaurant, and I was like, no, let's do an activity. So we went.
Which I love.
I love an activity because then you can really get to know someone. You can talk. It's like no pressure of like I don't feel like I'm interviewing you. You don't feel like you're interviewing me.
Right.
Ra-ta-ta. So we went to do an activity. We went, and I'm sure people definitely saw. Whenever there's black people around,
They see.
I
out
already
there,
know
child.
what time it is. Yeah. So we went and we went bowling. Went to the arcade. It was really fun. And then sometimes I like shisha. Yeah. So he was like, oh, like what do you want to do now? And I was like, you know what, I could carry it. I laughed a lot. Like we had a really good time.
Okay.
Yeah, we were
just laughing at him for a second.
he was really like he has a great personality. Great person. I love people that's actually how I got on the date in the first place because I was like, this guy's personality is fab.
10 personality.
10
will
personality.
actually get me that.
Yeah. Met him when I went skiing.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, really cute. So we like go to the car. He's like, okay, cool. I'll drive us to the spot. I said, cool. We get to the car and there's like a really beautiful bouquet of flowers in the passenger side with like a really
That I would have been yours.
the
there and then.
sweetest note ever. Like
Oh
such
my
a sweet
gosh.
note. And I'm sure you guys are like, bitch, what is the problem?
Right. 'Cause
I have my reason for not wanting to like continue with it. But he was a cool guy. He was a really cool guy.
But you're open to new people in your love life.
I'm open, guys.
Intentional dating or just you're having fun with it?
No, I'm very the thing is, get me to go on a date is like
Getting you to get on a podcast was hard enough.
big.
so.
You get it? I fancy like 1 or 2 people a year.
I've only fancied one person in
Right.
my life.
Like I've like the whole of last year I've dated the same person.
Cute.
Fancy the same person.
But,
Obviously didn't work out for whatever reasons,
Yeah.
but like and then the year before that I think I don't know, but usually it's like one person a year, or if I'm in a relationship, it's obviously that person for however long.
yeah.
But now I'm just like, do you know what? I'm actually open. I've got an open heart.
I love that.
If you're cool, there's a couple people that I'm like,
Girl,
Oh.
baby stepping.
there's a
Baby
couple
stepping
people that I'm
sweet,
like,
yeah.
you know what?
I could try it. I could do it. I
I could go on a date with you. I could entertain the idea of a date with you. Yeah. Listen, the guys are tall, sexy.
Where are you finding the
Amazing
tall ones? 'Cause I'm not
bodies.
finding them in the
Wait,
UK.
how old are
I'm
you?
finding them outside of the UK.
Outside
I'm
is-
28.
I can't give them to you. Sorry,
Why?
because I want to date them.
Girl,
This ain't
we
not
trying to
sister
get
wives.
me off.
This is not sister wives. And like I said, we wouldn't date the same guys.
But I'm trying to date corporate and you're holding them back from me.
We'll talk after. I'll see if I got a little something for you.
Because I'm trying to
But guys,
be
I
out the game.
can't date out. I've dated out the country.
I can't date in the country.
I
I'm
need that
finding it hard.
London. There's like a certain. Even some of the guys I'm thinking of now, like none of them are actually from London.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
It's hard to date
the
in this
London
London.
PR's a bit
and
low
then
at the
also,
moment.
as much as everyone says London's small, London is small, babe.
London is about this tiny.
Like, I can fit
Like
London
a
on a
booty
pin.
hole, tiny.
Booty hole!
What?
What is, like, before
Like,
I say,
even
oh,
the other
have you spoken to, and then you're like, oh yeah, me too.
No, I was just about to say, the other day I was telling Shani about this guy that I dated last year, and she was like, oh, he moved to me twice. I said, of course he did.
Because
That's what they do.
That's
I feel like
literally
they
what they
literally
do.
just,
They just go
move
around
to
the
everyone.
friendship group.
Yeah,
And
just
that's
move
that.
to everyone. If you're
now
pretty,
I'm dating and procreating with a guy who's dated 5 of my friends.
Oh no, never gave that.
What?
No,
Who?
no.
Where?
No.
That's why I have to date these people that I've been dating. Because then
But
again,
even
still.
one of these guys, my friend was like, oh, She was like, we were away and she was like talking about him, like mad talking about him, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, like I've seen him around
Doing shit.
No, not him.
Oh, okay.
Different guy.
Okay. About to say.
I was like, yeah, I've seen him, like he's cute, whatever. And she was like, girl, you can date him, and I was like,
you can, permission, huh?
but she wasn't dating him. She was just like, oh, we're just kind of like. If I was chopping it up, like that guy wouldn't date with.
Yeah.
If one of my friends wanted, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. There's like just there's a threshold that you passed. That I'm like,
And then once it's past that threshold, please.
But we chopped it up once or twice. Yeah, go for it.
Do you have non-negotiables?
Doesn't everybody?
Girl, I've recently realized
you don't have non-negotiables.
No, I
definitely have non-negotiables.
But the reason I'm asking because a lot of my friends don't. Not a lot of my friends. A couple of my friends I spoke to recently don't.
How old are they though?
Like,
maybe it's the age thing.
One's 24, the other one's 31.
24, I can see why you wouldn't have a non-negotiable.
But 31?
31 and single? That's why you're single. Not in a bad way. That's not negative.
Fix it.
That's not negative. It's just that you don't really have direction in what you're doing. That's why you're still looking.
Dilly-dallying.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of negotiables actually.
Bear.
I was recently talking to somebody. I think I told you this the other day, but we'll say it on the camera. I was talking to somebody and everything was going great. It was going amazing. Girl, somebody just said, ask him if he has
children.
Kids. Ask him if he has kids. My
guy
said, let me think about it. How many?
But that's the guy, like, you would have probably seen this, Pop the Balloon.
I haven't seen
This guy I just saw the clip on TikTok. This guy was 36 on Pop the Balloon with 6 kids. He was
baby.
I think he might have been 41.
He's
might have been 41 or 30, 41, 47 or 36, can't remember. 6 kids?
He's unserious is what he is.
6 kids.
This one came to me with 3.
Yeah, I'm not.
He's halfway there.
I'm not
already.
dating any guys.
I'm 35. 35 with 3 kids.
I'm not dating.
What am I doing with you?
No. Also, you're too young to be a stepmom.
I've done it already.
Exactly, and
which is why I didn't want to do it again. But
and you were even younger then.
I like older men.
Why?
So typically they're gonna come with the kids because they're already past that age of life. I just like older guys.
And
I feel like I look like a grown woman. Like I look.
But you are young and
mature.
sexy.
I am young and sexy, but I look.
You
like
are nobody's mommy.
Right? Never that. I do have 3 godchildren though, but
but that's
never that.
Yeah.
But I just like, and then I feel like guys that are actually my age almost look my age or sometimes younger. So I'm like, I don't want to look around and be walking around with somebody like I'm like their auntie.
Yeah. No,
do you know what I mean?
I
like,
get it. No, I
like older.
mean.
I like a manly man, like type of vibe. So,
but some of the young ones be looking. Well, I'm in my 30s, so anyone in their 20s.
Can you date younger?
It really depends.
She said, do you got the funds? Do you got the maturity?
Yeah, basically. It just really depends. But there's a threshold that I'm not dating younger than. So but also I've dated older guys that have just been
a waste of time.
Yeah,
some of them don't have their shit together.
Yeah, they're just
and
not
there. And it actually
there.
scares me a little bit because I'm like, okay, I can date an older guy, but once I get there with you, why are you actually single now?
And then you have to hit them with the at your age.
At your age, why is this da 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 da? And now I'm being.
Now I look mad. Because I'm laying out the facts, but real tea at your age.
Spinning the block. Friendships and relationships.
Right.
Can you do it? Would you spin the block in a relationship? Would you spin the block in a friendship?
Do you know what I do? A lot. More than I'd like to admit when it comes to this whole spinning the block element is I do this thing where, I do this thing where like, I don't know why I'm actually trying to work on it. Off the rip, if there's a few things that I'm not that keen on about you, I'll just be like, I'm not going to date them. For whatever. Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, not into it.
But then you
But like on a few occasions now, significant time has passed and I've been like, And my friends be like, are you sure? And I'd be like, yeah. And then time will pass and I'd be like, perhaps I was too harsh.
That's me right now.
Perhaps I was too harsh.
That is me. Yomi can ask.
That's how I be spinning the block.
Words you just said. Yeah. I said, was it yesterday?
The day before.
Day before yesterday. I said to Yomi, I was like, this guy, everything I wanted apart from everything I wanted, he was. Did I tell you? I think I told you.
Maybe not.
The one.
Tell me off cam.
Yeah,
I hate when people do this. I'm like,
camera.
don't bring no gossip on here that you can't talk about.
I do that to them all the time. Love you guys.
I hate that.
Yeah, he was perfect in every way.
Yeah.
Genuinely perfect in every way. Tall, handsome, delicious, caring. I had told him something.
So what's the problem?
Girl.
What's the problem?
He was just a bit too quick to be quick in a certain area.
Oh. Oh, you did tell me this.
I told
you.
you.
Yeah, you did tell me this. You did tell me this, yeah.
And then me with
But I
Uche,
understand
I'll
that,
tell
'cause
you, I'm cutting you
yeah.
off the rip, like it's enough. But I have thought about him so much since, and he's probably going to see this, and I don't care. But I've thought about him so much since,
Well,
and I'm
spin
just
that
like,
block, babe.
damn, do I spin the block? 'Cause I'm
Spin that
scared.
block, child.
I don't spin the block though. Once I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah, but that I said that is the only
Time
that
that
is
you would.
the only like kind of what do you call
Exception to the rule.
Exception to rule is when I feel like, oh, maybe there's some, but that's only really, that thing has only been happening in the past few years. That I'm like,
I'm wondering if I should spin
but I
the
don't
block.
spin the
I'm
block
not
on
gonna lie.
relationships. No, I
I
don't.
accidentally called him the other day.
How does one accidentally call?
Should I tell you how?
Please do.
I
Let
was
me
doing
get my
some-
drink. Please do.
Yeah, so I was doing something I shouldn't have been doing the other day. I was in an automobile that was moving.
Whose car were you in?
It was mine,
Oh, okay, fine.
but I wasn't driving. I was in an automobile that was moving, and I was trying to call Fiona. I was trying to call her because I was trying to catch up. I hadn't spoken to her in like 24 hours, crazy for us. And then as I was dialing her number, I realized that the camera was dirty. So I get my little wiper from the side of my car and I'm wiping
This
it.
is so unfortunate.
As I wipe the camera, I'm hearing.
Wait, so
I
you answered
said-
the phone?
He didn't answer. It was like two rings, and it was one ring, and I hung up immediately. And then after that, Fiona called me back, and she was like, "Hey, girl," I was like, "Girl, I just dialed him. Oh my god, what do I do? What do I do?" And then she was
Text him
like,
and
"Just
said it
text
was
an
an
accident." I was like, "Okay, accident." Like, girl, I was shitting bricks whilst down the M4. I was like, "Oh my god,
Why?
I was like, this is so embarrassing because I ended it with you, and the last
Oh,
situation was very much a done."
I don't care about shit about
And
that.
then now I freaking called you, and then after I
No
sorted the
problem.
situation
Yeah,
out.
that's no problem.
No, but after the situation, I was like, damn, maybe I should have just let him think I called him, and then he would have called me back, and then we would have had a conversation. Now we would be together. Ha 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 ha.
Deludo. That's not to let you call him tonight.
What?
My favorite thing is calling people like hours that you really shouldn't be calling them, and then
Should I call him?
you
Is that what
definitely
you're
should call
telling me?
him. Yeah, call him tonight.
If I get embarrassed,
Why would you be embarrassed?
Uche Natori was the person
And
who
you have
told
to
me.
call, if you call him, you have to call him on some, you've been on my mind. What else are you going to say? Hi, you okay?
How's the weather?
No, bitch, straight off the rip, you've been on my mind, so I just wanted to call you, see how you are.
See, I love that energy. I can do
Yeah.
that with a guy I'm dating. I can do that with a guy I'm interested in. I can shoot my shot that
But
way.
you're interested in him.
But where I've ended it with you and I've got to come back with my tail between my legs, my ego's too big.
So when you
That's what
ended it,
stops
what did
me.
you say?
I was like, yeah, well, for me, this is done.
Oh, bit strict. If that's the case, then you can't go back. Yeah, you can't go back. You shouldn't say all that. You obviously now can't go back. And also, you can't go back because you actually don't like him.
Why don't I like him?
When you ended, you said, yeah, for me, this is done.
I'm just strict.
Trust a previous version of yourself. 'Cause
What if she was dumb? What if I missed out? Like, for example, I told him about something that was like personal to me. He went away for the night, did a whole bunch of research on it, came back the next morning.
So why did you end it?
Because he was too fast.
Yeah, I think hold it, babe.
Hold the L
Yeah,
and leave him alone.
yeah. Romantically, anyway. Yeah, you can like still chill and like.
No, I can't chill with him. I'll eat his face off.
Okay, well then, yeah, you gotta hold that L, babe. For me, this is done. Oh no, hell no.
I was like, well, we can't communicate clearly. Like, we're not communicating well on this subject. So for me, this is done.
And is.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I got it. Damn.
Yeah.
If you found out that your bestie
Yeah.
was telling all of your deepest, darkest secrets
Hey.
to their partner,
Oh.
how are you feeling about that?
I'm very I keep losing my words. I'm very strict about that business stuff, you know. I really don't play about people talking about my business. Because that actually did happen to me. I was like cool with this girl. I was like, yeah, we were like mad cool. And she was dating a friend of mine. Which is why this is also weird, because like I'm cool with this girl, she's dating a friend of mine. I'm like telling her something. The thing I'm telling her, like maybe 4 people know about it. And then she told him. And I was like, but you know
why
him
did you
through
open your
me.
mouth?
Like, if I wanted to tell him, I would have told him
my business.
myself.
But now here we are.
Now you've gone and told him.
I think that's banishable offences. I'm not
I
gonna
think
hold you.
it's a thing where you're like, hey, I don't play that way, don't do that again. And if you do that again, then I have to be
It's
like,
banished
I
by
don't know that we
offences.
we can't
Right.
really, because that whole talking people's business thing is so interesting.
Because I also feel like if it's a deep relationship, like you're married or whatever, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of get it small because it's like within parameters. Because if I'm telling you something deep, dark secrets, like
yeah, don't be telling your man.
don't be telling your man.
No.
But if it's a thing of like, oh, a little gossy goss,
If it's
whatever,
something that you know, I'd probably tell him myself. Then
run it.
whatever, who cares? Like
Fair
if I'm
game.
telling you something like, oh my god, like this happened, and then it just comes up in conversation. Actually, when you're you'd be talking about.
You talk about.
You'd be talking about stuff, but like, there's just certain things that you should not be repeating.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about quickly talking about friendships, how we met.
Oh, we got duped.
We met
got
under
duped.
false pretenses.
Duped.
For real, for real.
What
was
year
that?
was that? Guys, this is
That was
a
years
long.
I'm trying to remember.
Long ass time.
I was already friends with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
So I'd say maybe 8.
It wasn't that long after I finished uni.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think
wasn't
when it
that
was
long
uni.
after I finished uni. So maybe
It's a long time.
It was
if you didn't know, I've known this girl for
long ass time, boy.
way too long.
Long as hell. I'm not even, by the way, let me go see when we started following each other.
Can you find that?
Yeah, you can see. Oh, Instagram are messy as hell. If you go on Instagram now, guys, you can see like your history with someone. Shows you all of your posts, all their posts that you've liked, all your posts that they've liked.
What?
Yeah, it's called See Shared Activity, and it looks. Yeah,
I
we've
don't
been
like that.
since 2017.
Damn.
Yeah,
We've been locked in since 2017.
that's nearly 10 years, guys.
I have literally watched Uche
grow,
be the bass queen.
grow,
Isn't that crazy?
That is absolutely
The day
insane.
that we met, though, was absolutely abysmal.
Oh, yeah, it was wild.
It was something that I don't like to think about often, so I have forgotten a lot of the parameters.
We live could have died. And it was in the middle of nowhere. How we actually got home is that a random person, not random, but like
He was
on
random. I don't know
random
him.
to us. We don't know him.
I don't know him.
Couldn't pick him out of a line,
Listen.
right? But he drove it to London, right?
He drove to London, but there was way too many of us in the car. To the point that one of my old friends was laying across the back seat whilst on top of
she?
us. It was 3 or
don't
4 of
even
us in the
remember
back
that
of the car, and then on top of those 3 or 4, there was one person.
We were like,
There
we'll
was
take it
someone-
though. We got to get out of here.
We were like,
The
we need
house
to-
was like, get
it
out.
was giving get out.
It
I
was
thought we were going to
creepy
get
as
trapped.
hell.
We started doing horror story mysteries,
It
looking
was
through the
dark,
house,
guys.
trying to see what was happening in
Real
the
dark.
It was scary.
Yeah. What
Now
was the
that-
plan for them to get us out of that house again initially? How were we supposed to leave? There was a coach.
There was a coach that didn't
Never
come.
came. A phantom coach.
Phantom house, phantom coach.
I can't even remember the details of what we were even doing. It was
I feel
work.
like it was some sort of work party promotion it was something. It was back in the day when I wanted the money but didn't know that not all money was good money. I'm not going to hold you because
was a
that was
mess.
scary.
Did I
we
even
could have
get paid for
died.
that? I don't even know if I got paid for that.
I definitely didn't get paid for that.
I
I'm
don't
not
even
gonna lie.
bloody
I know
know.
I did. I know I didn't because I remember arguing for it and then just being like, you know what, I can't actually come and
Yeah.
kill myself arguing for your money.
And I'm trying to remember what our role was because there was like models that were shooting for like a promo element.
There's so much
Yeah,
from
I
that
cannot
I don't remember. But
remember.
I just remember it being the night that actually, did you come to the house with us after when we got to London, or did you go straight home?
No,
after that?
I dipped.
Girl, that night got crazier.
Why?
You're lucky.
It was already like 3 a.m. How much crazier could it
We
got?
ended up in a coke house.
Wait, what? This is why I went home.
I don't
Guys,
even
this is
know if I can say
why
this on
I'd
this
be
camera.
going home. Yeah. Why?
Girl,
What happened?
It was wild. I don't know. We ended up the same guy or a friend of
Oh,
ours.
you were
whatever,
still
was
with
like,
him?
Yeah. And then we were like, okay, cool. Well, yeah, sure. And then it ended up with some person saying that, oh my god, I can't believe you did that to my dog.
What?
We were like, wait, what? He said dog.
Someone was literally, did somebody say my name?
We were like, how? And then we had to run for our lives out of this coke house. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Do you know, I actually remember you saying to me, oh, the night got crazier.
It got
Yeah,
wild.
yeah, yeah.
It was wild already, and then it got
Oh,
wild,
no.
wild west.
I was just glad to be in London. I said, guys, I'm going to have to go. Yeah, stations were closed. Yeah, it was crazy.
Stations were closed.
It was crazy, yeah. There was no Uber to this house
We
was
were
in the middle of
living
nowhere.
very dangerously. But it wasn't our fault.
supposed to
Someone
even
did
be
that to
Yeah,
us.
it was
They
like
put
we
us
were
in a
booked for
predicament.
something. And then I think the coach was meant to come at a certain time. It didn't come to take us back. How did we even get there? Uber? Or this is way before Uber was like a thing.
I think it was like taxis or something.
Yeah. It was crazy, guys.
Let's do a quick fire.
Oh, okay.
Quick
Give it to
fire.
me.
There's only 4 of them, but here we go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Bold lip or smoky eye?
Bold lip. Yeah, bold lip. But by bold, it's like a nude light.
Bold is red, babe.
Oh,
red
no.
and glossy.
Oh, no. Smoky
Throw it
eye.
out there.
Smoky eye.
Damn.
Yeah.
Last beauty splurge.
Oh, this was such a... I got a bunch of stuff from Makeup by Mario. I was away for work, so I got this stuff from Makeup by Mario. But they gave me like the wrong shade.
Oh, I hate that.
And then
it's
they
when
wouldn't
you
let
get
me...
home, you realise.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me return it.
Ooh.
Yeah, so annoying.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
Dream brand collab. I feel like you must have done it already,
Yeah,
to be very honest.
done pretty much all of them. I'd like to do something really cool with Danessa. I love Danessa Myricks.
Same.
I'd love to do something cool with her.
The fact that Danessa commented on my girl, I thought I was
I love
royalty.
her.
I said, oh my God, I've made it.
She's such, just such a pioneer. Love her. Yeah.
Makeup pet peeve.
Products with no coverage.
She said, give me the full
What is the point of
coverage
They'd be like,
now."
this is like this
Barely
skin
there.
loving without. That's why I have
Child.
quincare.
Put the makeup
What am I doing with a
on
skin loving
my
foundation?
face
Give me some coverage, please.
right now, because what's the point?
Yeah, I don't
otherwise?
do no
Am I just
coverage. Yeah,
Play pretend.
might as well just go with nothing on my face. Please, 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 please.
Okay, let's do a quick game.
Oh, I love playing games.
Should I do a quick game? I'll change it now because she likes it. I'm
I'm
joking.
gonna, guys. This is actually the last time you'll see me here. Enjoy every moment because it will be my last.
Trivia. Which one of these celebrities does not have
real
a
life.
beauty line? Selena Gomez, Zendaya, Ariana Grande, Hailey Bieber.
Zendaya.
How you know that so quickly? She said, anyways, this
It's
is my
like
field.
my job.
This is my field, baby.
This is my job, you know.
What was the last viral blush product from Rare Beauty that sold out repeatedly on TikTok in 2023 and 2024?
That thing,
I can give you 3 options to choose
go
from
on,
if you
yeah.
like.
yes, please.
A soft pinch liquid blush, Stay Vulnerable cream blush, or Dewy Kiss.
Soft pinch.
How do you? It's
Babe,
your
this
job.
is literally my job.
It's your job.
It's my
I'll
job.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm changing it then because it's her job. Which planet is closest to
Oh
the
my
sun?
God.
Dun, dun,
Closest to the sun is, I want to say Earth, but I don't think it is. No, we're quite far. Pluto? No. Saturn.
Is Pluto even a thing anymore? Didn't
Yeah.
they took Pluto out of
That's
here?
not how it works.
They took Pluto out
You
of
can't
here.
just take
They
planets
did. They
out
said she's
of
not a planet
rotation.
anymore. I promise you. They said that
Oh.
she's not a planet anymore.
Damn.
She's-
I should know that, but no. I'm going to say Saturn.
Is that your final answer?
It sure is.
Wrong.
What is it?
Got a sip now, girl.
Oh, what is it?
Mercury.
Oh, I was never getting that.
I wasn't gonna get it either. I'm
Never
not gonna
getting
hold
that.
you.
Yeah. Unless I guessed, yeah.
Which YouTube beauty creator was featured in Vogue's Beauty Secrets 2024, marking a major full circle moment? Was it A, Jackie Aina, B, Patricia Byte, C, Bretman Rock, D, Nikki Tutorials?
Beauty Secrets. Oh, I'm going to say Patricia.
You're right! That she really do be knowing her stuff.
I do be
saying.
known about my industry.
Girl, but speaking of knowing your stuff,
Yeah.
you had a segment on TikTok for a while where
I
you were
did.
actually taking us to school.
Makeup school.
Girl, when is it coming back? Because I got some things
I need to
learn.
do one that I can't. Do you know what it is?
We miss
with
it.
time. Time literally goes like that. I can't believe that was like
a year, 2 ago.
a year or two ago. Yeah, and to me it feels like that was just the other day. But yeah, I need to do another
us to
set.
school,
But you got to do it in a way that adds value. So I
Also
just
that.
hate like doing things to do things. So
That
I'm like,
makes
how do
no
I?
sense.
Yeah, we did a full coverage one. We did a drugstore one. So yeah, we need to
Show us
find
how
out.
to do a bold lip. Show us how to do I don't know, something.
Yeah, maybe I'll just do it with like
Something.
updated products because
Right.
the rate at which brands drop products.
It's crazy. If you see my PR, my makeup PR packages in my glam room,
babe,
it's stocked to the
much.
window.
It's much.
I'm
Even the
like-
other day, I did the Shade Twins video where you talk about like your shades
Yup,
and
yup,
everything.
yup.
And I was going through all the foundations. Naturally, like when you start engaging with it, you'll see other people's.
Facts.
And I'm watching other people's, and I'm like, I don't know half these brands. But a lot of mine was like,
where are they all coming
yeah, it's
from?
everything's so. A lot of mine are like,
New.
I use a lot
I
of the
did a
same
new one actually
old-
today. I
Ooh.
did Morphe. Morphe came out with a bunch of concealers and stuff, and I tried it out, and I was like, oh, I like it.
Morphe,
Can you
is
see
she
my-
still? Your
look at my
base
face,
looks
look at my face.
sensational. Absolutely sensational.
Listen,
Sensation.
you heard it here first.
No, she looks
by
fab.
the queen herself.
But your makeup is fab. You have great makeup.
Thank you, baby. Do you, being in this industry, I know we
Yeah.
just talked about like obviously the over production of products because there's literally a product
Yeah, loads.
out my asshole
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel the pressure to put out a product? Because obviously there's celebrity lines that are doing it every day.
Oh,
Rihanna
makeup
did her big one.
lines.
Do you ever think, do you know what, I'm gonna come out with it? Because I thought you were gonna do a lash line at some point.
I used to have a lash line. But you can't really get that creative lashes. I feel like lashes work.
It's limited
as part of as part of like a larger brand. But the issue is, which I think a lot of people need to think and consider before they want to start things, about like adding value, which I say a lot, and also,
which is why I love Danessa, by the way.
Yeah,
because she came and added value for real.
Like she really is, and she's been around for much longer than people think. But she really is a trend setter and like a leader in this in an industry of like warm palettes all the time. She just gives you artistry. Like she brings something
here,
so
purple,
innovation.
Add it to your face, purple right now.
All like the eye stuff, very innovative. Even like her complexion, the primers, which I love. I always go on about the primers. The technology is so different. It's very different from what you see on the market, particularly for someone like me.
Water serum.
Water serum, the blurring balm. Like it really thinks about issues that people would have in their makeup and then solves it. Yeah. Rather than just trying to sell me another warm palette.
So you would think, for you wouldn't come out until you found something that was like, do you know what? It's not in the market. Or would you think it's just not?
Do I have to have a makeup line?
You really don't, girl.
Do I have to? No. Like, and I think people need to, again, be honest with themselves. I don't really have that much of an interest in like building a beauty brand from the ground up.
It is a
by
lot.
myself.
It's a lot of work, child.
It is a lot, and it's like I would have to quit my day job, which is what I do now, to do that. And it's like I'm not passionate about a makeup brand
enough to be able to just quit my.
But I'm passionate about digital first. Like I'm passionate about content and like adding value in that way. And it's really a case of finding what you're passionate about, where you can add value and running with it. I'm interested in business in other ways. I'm just not interested in a makeup beauty brand.
I did see you say you would invest. I love that because I think people, we don't talk about that enough in terms about investing. Making money is all cool, but it's about what's your money going to do for you after the fact.
Growing the money. I definitely want to invest more, invest in more. Dipping into business. I do consulting in different ways.
Love that.
Like equity-based consulting would be something.
Don't play about me when it comes to money.
I love living a comfortable life.
And I want to continue forever and ever
and I want to be comfortable
forever. No, for real.
I want my kids to be comfortable.
Do you know what? Do you know how I'm not comfortable and the rest of us aren't comfortable?
Why?
You abandoning us on YouTube.
Guys, you know what it is? YouTube is just such a beast. Like YouTube is a full-time job in itself. All social media platforms that you post on consistently are very
hard, babe, to keep
time
up.
Consuming. It is.
Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat.
It's
what else is there?
I don't know how you guys do Instagram and TikTok and also do Snapchat. I feel like it's a one or the other because of the volume you have to post on Snapchat and the volume you need to post on the other two. And then YouTube. It's just
your life is your phone.
Yeah.
Your life is literally
a lot of moving parts, a lot of filming.
Even also making it different on each app because otherwise, why are you coming to me on each app?
Yeah, give a different range. Also, you have to be comfortable showing. I'm just not comfortable showing like my whole life.
Your whole life.
I just love to wear makeup and skincare.
You are the product.
And beauty. Yeah, I just like that's what I love. Like I'm just not that interested in people being invested in my personal life.
Girl, because my personal life is actually kind of personal. But I'm getting used to opening up again because I shut off to the point that no one even... People heard me speak and they were like, oh my God, you're from London? And I was like, okay, maybe I've done a bit too much.
Yeah, she said I've been too silent.
Maybe I have...
But I think it works for some people. Like some of you are just really, really, really good at bringing people into your lives.
Yeah.
And
like for example, someone who's amazing at that, Monet McMichael.
But I feel like she's even... But this is the issue, right? Which I think... A lot of the girlies that used to be a lot more open about their lives, it gets to a point where people
have too many opinions.
You're too invested in my life to the point that I don't want to show you. And I think Monet for a little bit now just gets... People are very, very invested in her relationship.
She could post her drink and they're like, oh my God, Monet!
That is a lot. But I don't know if she's done this intentionally, but I've definitely noticed like her showing less.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because everything is and
from who she was when we saw her in her room in her mum's house to who she is now is two different things.
It's different because people want to know more, but then like the minute you give them more, it becomes like a point of contention, and everyone's got like one little thing turns into a talking point for weeks on the internet and something. It's just
Weeks.
so.
For example, that whole
exhausting.
house situation when Monet, I'm so sorry, you guys you did way too much. I'm just gonna say it. Uche, you're gonna speak on it, but y'all did way too much.
I don't want to speak on it. I
Relax.
do not want to speak on it.
For me,
I don't want to speak on it.
y'all did way too much.
I think it's. Do you know it's so crazy because I think it's layered.
Definitely.
It's very layered. I definitely think people did a lot.
Because I wanted to believe them. I'm not gonna lie. When Jalen was like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not.
Jaden made his
So
updated
I was like,
video.
okay, if it's not, then I believe you. But I also feel like, I'm sorry, most of that land in America was built on slaves and are slave houses. So what do you want people to do? What do you want people to do?
That's not really, I was like, okay, that's why I said it's very layered. I
So
do
layered.
think that I do think people did too much.
Too much.
And I think,
Honestly.
But I also think people do too much when it comes to them as a couple.
Facts.
People do
They're
a lot.
So
And it's like,
invested.
it feels like people are waiting for a gotcha moment. Feels like,
And that was kind of it for a second.
yeah, people really ran with that. And there is such a thing as too much. And there is actually a line with a lot of things. And online people cross that line a lot. People having emotional responses
Boundaries.
to a perceived slave house.
Crazy.
I don't think there's really, if you have an emotional response to, particularly because I'm not American, so I don't have the knowledge as much as an American.
Word.
But yeah, particularly
And the
like
emotional
Black
connection to
yeah,
it
African
too.
Americans, the emotional connection. So I appreciate someone having an emotional response to that. But I actually think the people that have an emotional response to that aren't necessarily the same people that had like the pitchforks for weeks and weeks to the point that like now someone has to get like a diagnostic on their home.
Which is
to
wild, to
show
prove
this,
it to
this.
you.
I just thought, okay,
To
guys.
prove it to you. About the home that I'm living in. Not you, I'm living in it.
That's why I said it's layered. If someone is comfortable, because then there's a conversation of, okay, but if it doesn't go to a black person, then who should own the home? Oh, but they're not black,
There's so much in it. That's what I was like for me. Oh, they got a new house. Oh, he built her a gym. Okay. What else was I supposed to do? I was supposed to now what?
also-
Camp outside their house and say, don't do it, don't be here.
just because I have personal opinions about something,
Doesn't mean I have to say
doesn't
so.
mean I have to berate your whole entire life. And like, I can have an opinion about, I can have an opinion about something you do,
Literally.
but it quite literally is an opinion.
Which everyone is allowed to have, but you don't mean you
You will
have to
never
say
go
it.
to that house.
You don't have to voice it.
You're never
gonna be invited onto the property.
You wouldn't be in the property. While I appreciate you having like your emotional response to it, the man has bought the house. What do you want him to do?
Sell it now because you said so.
Also, he also has black heritage. So if he bought the house and bought whatever,
It's okay. And he's African American, well, like, girl, anyways.
each
So
their
because
own.
of that,
Oh my God.
boundaries, how do you set boundaries with like your fan base? Or like, do you detox or do you have that?
People don't want to hear this, but
You just
which is it? No. Which is why I really sympathize with someone like Monet, or even in some instances Jackie. But I think Jackie's done a pretty good job at it. You set boundary from early, off the rip. So if you're someone that starts off oversharing,
You've got to just.
I don't think people should be entitled to you oversharing forever. But I do think, unfortunately, you will have a portion of your audience that are just always going to want to know
so much about
so
you.
much about you, and that's the unfortunate like downside of oversharing. Some people don't really mind. Like you get like an Indian Dami who like obviously because they came off reality, so it's
Yeah,
like
they said, "You
your
already been known
Yeah,
it."
your introduction to me is on this scale. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they do it so well, and they really bring their audience into their lives. Yeah, even like the people from reality do it really well, but I think
Yeah.
it's by way of how you're introduced to your audience. Someone like Jackie, I think, has always had very strong online boundaries, and
For
people
real.
have always put her on it. and
She will
she's
sit you down and tell you, hey,
always.
enough of that. Enough of that
Always.
right now. And I love it.
From the
I love
beginning,
it.
it's like I've never known Jackie to not have strong online boundaries, and I think with someone like her, it's just so. It's really sad because someone like her advocated a lot for Black women, particularly kind of similar to what Gloria does now. Love Glow. Someone who also has very strong online boundaries, Gloria. But I feel like if you're Gloria or you're a Jackie Aina, where you advocate, people always want. Like Jackie said, there was a time where people would be tagging her and
The craziest.
the craziest thing and being
For
like, "What's
no
your opinion on
reason.
this?"
Like, child.
And it's like you
I ain't
have
got
to,
none.
yeah, you have to have boundaries and stuff like that. Because like, just because I advocate for you does not mean that I'm at your mercy.
Every beck and call.
Everything like
It's
jump.
crazy.
Like I just.
It's actually crazy
yeah.
when you think about it.
It's tough. But
so how do you kind of you set your boundaries from early?
But like I said, I just talk about makeup, skincare, bit of fashion. It's interesting now because I've definitely stopped. I didn't go on reality. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Don't bring that weirdo stuff over to me.
I remember I can't remember what it was you tweeted one time, but I remember you tweeting something along the lines of, hey, first of all,
Stop.
fix up.
Because reality,
Fix up.
the issue with reality stands is...
She said, we're not going to do that around here.
They're so obsessed with, like, in India, to the point where they're, like, become obsessed with characters in India's lives, which is absolutely fine. I am a character in India's life, but I also have my own life.
Facts. And don't come over here with your weirdness.
And don't come over here with, like... That's what I say. People on reality, they really have, like, hats off to them. They have a lot of bandwidth for things like that, but it's by nature of how you introduce your audience. That's not me.
Yeah, and that's not who you built your
Don't come
audience
over here with all of that riff-raff rubbish. You will get blocked. And all this, like, I know people just love to get on the internet and just say things.
Because they have an audience to say it to. Even if it might be 5 followers, they want to say things to
You
their
just
5
come
followers.
online and just say anything.
Bruh.
You just
And
say
it's facts.
things. Oh, this is happening. This is going on. This is... What are you talking about?
Like, please stop. Do us a favor and shut up.
Close your mouth. Close your mouth. Oh, she's definitely doing... Oh, yeah, that's why I did it. I'm like, wow,
and they think it's Bible.
facts.
They say it and it's Bible. And I'm like, girl, do you know me?
None of you have ever been right about anything.
Ever.
You've never
Not
been
once.
right about a
Not
damn
once.
thing. Not like.
And I've seen the little blogs. I've seen the little this.
Yeah, because do you know what they do? Oh my God, guys! The other day we were all chilling. I don't see a lot of this stuff because, like I said, you will get blocked. Don't bring that rubbish over here. We're all chilling. I think Indy was in Miami, but obviously, like, that's my girl. Love her down, but if I'm away, my friends are gonna chill. We won't wait for anyone. So obviously, she's had to go to work had to go to Miami for work.
Yeah.
But it was like bank holiday, so we were
having
outside.
fun.
We're having a time. And here they fucking go with their rubbish. You lot be doing your rubbish, and then they're like tagging people
To come and see.
being
Come
like
and look.
thoughts, but it's like they're tagging people that I'm with to be like thoughts, thoughts. 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 What?
Ain't no thoughts, bitch. Hush your mouth.
No thoughts, no. And this is what I don't, because those pages that repost like your stuff, or they'll repost like anyone that they're very invested in their lives, they started taking content from my stories. And I was like, see, now that's when we have to close the floodgates. No more fun for anyone.
Stories. Well, you ruined it for everybody.
So I don't actually, when I'm out, I don't post.
Thank God I'm in the close friends. It'd be fun in there. It'd be fun in the close.
Mind you, just airing out my old bum. People are gonna be like, "Shut up."
My close friends is fun too. Chill. Y'all never gonna be in
in
it.
their close friends, but that doesn't mean you have to be in mine.
Girl, also true.
People gonna be, oh my God, do you have a close
You want to
friends?
see my business? No.
But my close
I
friends
want to see your business. Though.
actually for my close friends. Who'd have thought? Close friends. The clue is in the name, close friends. But yeah, listen, and it's so funny because now people are like, oh my God, like, I'm coming to London, what should I do? And I'm like,
I don't know, child.
where's Eden?
Yeah, that's the only thing I recommend
I'm like,
for you.
the key
Eden.
to having fun in the city is to have fun friends.
It's to have fun friends and it's to be at Eden. If it's not that,
Eden is a blast, but I'm about done with Eden.
no, I've got one more in me.
No, I've been going to Eden for years, guys.
I haven't.
Years and years and years and years.
I
Like,
really haven't. I think I can count on one hand the amount of times I've been to Eden.
I mean, Eden is a guaranteed fun time.
It's always guaranteed
fun time. You
Like
will
if
have a
someone
good
says to me,
time.
I'm coming to London, go to Eden.
Go to Eden, yeah. Eden is a good time.
And now they're opening a new one. Chat, I want to see what that's about.
But the only thing is, Eden for me is a good time because like it's a local bounce.
Right round.
It's
the
a local
corner.
bounce. Who is going to St. Paul's in the park for me, but
But also, if I'm trying to find my
going to
corporate
say
guy, maybe
he's
I'll
not
find
going to
them
be at
in-
Eden in St. Paul's. I'm going to tell you that much for free.
What if he's just after work? He said, "Oh, let me just have a little
He's
bop
financially
dancer."
responsible. He's not in Eden spending £700 on a Zoe.
Azul. Who are the
Zoe.
Azul?
And you know what? Sometimes I really feel for guys because
£700 on Azul
On
is
a
very
Zoe.
crazy. Go and pay for a car on finance. Do something.
£700
Invest it.
on a Zoe. Who was it that said,
But
oh,
also, yes, thanks. I'll have some Azul.
the boys be like, oh yeah, you know, Eden's a bit tight because you feel like you're getting drawn out. So someone, but then you feel like you have, and then all
You
the
have
boys
to
are
do
going
it too.
band for band, and I'm just sitting there like.
That's why I love being a girl. I'm not gonna lie. I love being a woman in these spaces. What? I'm just sitting
Don't
there
ask me to
pretty.
buy them.
Azul.
That happened once, right? They put us. I don't know why. I can't remember whose party it was. Must have been a Martin's brunch. It must have been a Martin's brunch. It must have been a Martin's brunch. They put all the girls on one table.
Why would you do that?
And I thought,
Spread us out so men can be.
no one's. I literally was like, and then they put Uche's table. I said, this
Take
is
that
how
off there right now.
starts.
Take that out.
Why
there
is
right
my
now.
name here? I went to find the boys. I was like, yo, we got a table. Let's go.
Fix
To the table. So I had to get bottles. Because do you know what's so funny? We were sat there and I thought, well, this could be a really cute girls' night. And I was sat there and I remember being on my phone and then I looked up and I'm looking around this whole table. And I said, no one here is buying a bottle.
Do you know where that would never happen? And I've experienced it firsthand. Lagos.
What, girls wouldn't buy bottles?
No. Girls being all on the table and no one's buying bottles for them.
No, but the thing, because when it's your
That
friend's
would
event,
never happen.
no, it was our friend's event. We got there in good time. Like we're all set. The night hadn't really started for real. We were just all settling in.
Okay.
But I foresaw, and the thing is, that's not to say like I bought bottles before. Like some of my friends bought bottles before.
I can buy them, but I don't
like-
want to.
Right.
There's a difference.
Right. And the thing is, I don't mind getting a bottle on a girls' night. But I'm gonna buy a bottle, and then guys are gonna come and
Drink.
I know you know you're thinking, oh, it's a double standard. Yeah, it is.
And it's okay. When I went to West Africa, because I did Ghana and I did
Oh, you were on a
Lagos
little
in one trip.
Tour
Girl.
Rooney.
Girl.
She was outside.
Girl.
Didn't
You
see
know-
me though.
Oh, you know, because you left
You
as I
fake.
arrived.
You fake.
You left
You're
as I arrived.
fake.
My sis almost. Anyways. Anyway. But girl, you know, there was so one of the nights that I was hosting was actually in Lagos.
Yeah.
They handed me a few stacks
Period.
of cash.
Yeah.
I looked at the cash.
It's like
I
your
hadn't
initiation
seen
for
the
being
cash
pretty in
before.
Lagos.
No, but I hadn't seen the cash before. So I was just living my best life. I'm like, oh yeah! I'm spraying because I thought it was Monopoly money. I thought it was fake. I thought
So the strippers.
we weren't in a strip club. We were just in a club.
So who are you spraying?
My friends and family.
Please don't annoy me.
But I thought it was fake. It wasn't until one of my friends tapped me on the shoulder. Girl, you know that's real. I said, everybody stop!
Because I was like, who are you spraying then?
Everybody stop!
No, they gave that to you to hold.
Girl,
Yeah, they said it's
I
for
said,
you.
everybody stop.
Yeah.
Come and collect. But as I was saying come and collect, I saw the girls that were like serving us at the table. I was like, oh, do you know what? Just enjoy your money, man. But I've already sprayed it. I can't come and collect it now. I said, just enjoy.
Call it a
was
tip.
No, but after I said, I literally looked and I went, I need more. And he went, okay.
Oh, you were thingy.
No, I wasn't with nobody.
Oh.
I was just existing in the realm of being pretty and in Lagos.
That's the fun thing about hanging around with like super liquid men.
Oh, girl, I was in the strip club. I'm gonna tell you this story right now. I was in the strip club. I fell in love in Lagos. This was. I
With
know
a
we got
girl?
5 minutes. I'm gonna cut it quick. I fell in love in Lagos, and I said, "Oh my goodness gracious me!" I spent all the money I had. I said, "Here we go. Here you go." And then my money finished, and I looked at the person that was with me, and I went, "I need more. She needs more." And then he went, "Okay, cool. Spray that 5 seconds."
Yeah.
Cool. Spray that. I was livid. I gave her everything. I said, "Here you go, babe."
But it is like the currency is, oh God, Lagos.
Girl, but the stacks were really. It looked so pretty. I felt like I
Yeah,
was
the
a
money's
billionaire.
cute.
It was lovely. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
you
it.
feel like that when
Girl.
the currency is so weak.
We paid for dinner in
So
stacks.
weak, yes.
I said, "Oh my gosh."
Like,
Oh my god.
My
Anyways,
people.
let's end on a game that I believe Yomi has for us.
yay. Dun, 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 dun,
Yes.
dun, dun, dun.
It's called Clock It or Block It.
Oh,
So if you agree, clock it, and if you
Okay.
disagree, block it.
okay.
All right.
Period.
First, I've bought a product just because the packaging was cute.
Clock. I've
Yeah.
done it. I've
Yeah.
definitely done that.
There's a viral beauty trend I pretended to like, but I actually hated it.
Oh no, never.
Have I? No, I don't think I have.
I just don't.
I
even try
tried
them.
matte lip for a while. It
I
wasn't a
love a
bit
matte
me.
lip.
It wasn't. I
I
think my
love a
lips
matte
need
lip.
a bit more. Yeah.
I've taken off my makeup just to film a no makeup get ready with me.
Yes.
A no makeup get ready with me?
Yeah.
No. But sometimes I do my makeup, I'm not going anywhere, but that's just like content.
Yeah, let's work.
Yeah.
I've left a brand on red because the campaign didn't align.
Oh yeah, clock
No.
it. I
Block
have.
it. Just say it's not for me.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Leaving on red. Okay,
Yeah,
I've declined the brand.
Yeah, declined,
thing,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
haven't
declined,
left them on
yeah,
red. Okay,
yeah.
fair enough, yeah.
I've had a product sent to me and never used it. Not
Oh,
even
yeah.
once.
Oh, clock it. I even
Yeah.
sit for that one. 'Cause
They're in the
shout out,
life,
they,
yeah.
they still in the glam room.
Yeah. That's why I took myself off so much PR, because I was like, there's no... Why do I think he was just going for a wee-wee? Ignore me.
Could never.
At least one expensive product I use is 100% not worth the hype.
It's both of us sat here thinking.
I'm trying to think.
Expensive product though, that's the thing. Maybe a product I use isn't worth the hype, but expensive product?
I don't know. I don't use
I
like
don't think so.
La Mer. I feel like if I would
I
have
haven't
one,
tried a La Mer.
Yeah, me either.
I'm almost
Maybe
scared
to be fair,
try
the
it.
Augustina's baddest rich cream, like it's okay, but there's better creams.
No,
Yeah.
I've gone on live and panicked because I forgot what I was saying.
Oh,
I'd never
clock
gone live.
it. Listen, I be stumbling, fumbling, and I just make up a whole new story.
Period.
Here we go.
Just like me. I'm like, why am I telling this story?
I've seen beauty drama unfold and stayed silent but watched everything.
Oh yeah,
Clock.
Clock it. yeah, defo.
PR unboxing can be ... a little overwhelming sometimes.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
This is even what you were saying about
Yeah.
you ain't trying to
it's very overwhelming.
take me off some of the.
Yeah,
Don't take me off yet,
took me
'cause
off
I'm still
so
enjoying,
much
but
PR. Yeah,
You can take her off.
it's too much.
Give me hers.
Yeah, give it to her.
And finally, sometimes I feel pressure to always look put together even when I'm tired.
No,
One
I
thing
never
that-
felt pressure.
No. One thing about Uche, she's
I'm
going to
going
show
to
up
the
how she
club
wants
with
to show
no
up.
makeup.
But so am I.
No
The amount of times
makeup.
I've gone to Eden with no makeup on, the amount of times I just exist, it is. But sometimes I do feel a little bit like, ooh,
What I will say
certain
is,
person might be there, maybe I should look cute. Or a certain brand might see me, maybe I should try.
no, but I do think when I do like my makeup, I am like overly like, okay, because obviously if you're known for having good makeup,
Your makeup needs to be good.
your makeup needs to eat pretty much every time that you go out with makeup. So that's the one thing that I just be like, okay. Like today I was like, I messed up my under eye, but I've got cap on, so you can't really tell. And you're far away, so you can't really tell. But yeah, just being like overly conscious about makeup looking tea.
Love it. Was that the last one?
That was it.
Thank you so much
Thanks for
sipping
having
with
me. This was fab.
This was so
Cheers.
much fun.
Cool.
Tea for days.
Yay.
You're now sipping with SJ.
Talking about platforms,
Yeah.
do you have a favorite platform
Yeah.
and a least favorite platform?
Ooh, okay. My favorite platform is TikTok. Naturally, it's just easy.
Sensation. I love it.
Post what you want.
I love being on TikTok. I hate posting on TikTok.
Oh, I love both. And also, I feel like content is received better on TikTok. Number one, because mass attention is on TikTok. Most people are on TikTok. And people already decided they don't like Instagram, so TikTok really is the way. My least favorite is definitely Twitter.
Oh,
It's like a cesspool of hate. I hate that place. Very negative.
it's a cesspool of negativity.
Very,
Hate
very
an
negative,
An echo
yeah.
chamber of negativity.
Yeah, echo chamber of negativity is very true.
Honestly,
Yeah.
honestly.
It's just very...
What tips would you have for growing your TikTok for the girlies that are trying to be the
TikToking. TikTokers.
Something, child.
You have to post, guys.
Why are you shouting at me?
Yeah, people be like, oh my God, like my TikToks get like no motion and I can literally scroll down to last year.
Why are you shouting?
Don't
at me?
waste mine or
No,
your
'cause
time.
you're actually shouting at
I'm
me.
just like, I literally, they give me the phone, I look at the phone and I look at them and I look at the phone. I'm like, so what's the content I'm supposed to be looking at?
Do you know what?
There's
There's one, for
nothing on
example,
there.
of one of my TikToks. It got like 6 million something, and I was like, yeah, because I'm that bit. And then I stopped
one
posting
after?
for months. No
Why?
joke, months.
Why?
Because I forget that TikTok exists. For me, so I like being on TikTok to watch other people's stuff. But then for me to post, I forget that I'm meant to be on there to post.
But if you want to grow, like videos are the way.
I know,
And
but
obviously
I just
TikTok is a
forget. I
video
genuinely
platform.
just forget that I should be posting too. I very much just enjoy being a consumer.
Oh, you don't want to grow, babe.
But I do.
No, you
So
don't.
I'm trying.
You don't.
I
People are like, I do, and I'm like, you do?
I'm trying.
You
I
coulda had me
swear.
fooled.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand TikTok. I don't understand it. I'm trying to. I'm
But
not
the
auntie
thing
when
is,
it
the
comes to
more
that.
you are posting and engaging with the algorithm, the more familiar you will become with it. Like
that
I
makes
really
sense.
was like a novice. I had no idea how TikTok worked. I was like, why am I doing it? I'm
No,
like,
I saw you locked in. You said,
oh yeah. You can tell the seasons when I'm not currently not locked in, but you can tell when I'm locked in because I'm like posting several times a day.
How
like,
do you do that? So like, okay, so serious question now for
Yeah.
the makeup guy, because obviously I'm
Yeah.
trying. Not obviously, but as you might have seen, I'm trying to get more into the makeup spaces,
Yeah.
right? And it's amazing because brands are recognizing me as all that good stuff,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to obviously grow.
Yeah.
How do I make one video make several videos?
Okay, I have two bits of advice for this, and the second one is actually advice I was giving to my friend the other day. Okay, first of all, just bulk film. Like I did a blue eyeshadow look. I got for like 5 videos out of it, probably 6. I just haven't finished, probably 7 actually. I haven't finished editing it. But like you can talk about like individual product. Every video doesn't have to be a makeup tutorial. Gloria's really good at that. Sometimes she'll just talk about one thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
That's basically what I
yeah.
did today. Today I did my whole base off camera, and then I
Yeah.
came and I spoke about my concealer.
But you could have done the base
Morphe.
on camera, and that could have been another video.
Ay.
Yeah. So you can still film the steps, but like you could just like maybe do like a lip, or maybe you just do an eye, or maybe you do like a brow hack, or like a complexion hack, or like a primer hack, or whatever. And so you're getting, and then you can still.
Then when
post
I get
the
my
whole thing.
300 views,
The issue is people don't want to sit through uncomfortable views.
I don't.
And that's my problem. People will
don't.
think, oh, I'm just going to start posting content and everyone's going to love me and I'm going to get all the... Come to reality with us, because that's never happened to anyone. No one in the history of making content has just been whoever off the... people don't want to sit through low views and low engagement. Why?
It's scary.
Well, my friend said,
I think it's because where I'm already doing high views on other platforms, I'm like, hello, come over. But then
you're not
what's-
always
and it's also messy because I'll go on TikTok live and I'll have like 5,000 people in my live, but then for some reason my videos are getting no views, and I'm like, girl,
But you literally post like once every
stop
half a year.
shouting at
I-
One thing
I
about
gotta
having a
keep
friend
it
like Uche, she is going
real.
to keep it 100
Keep it
with you
real.
every single time.
Keep it real.
If you want someone to cuddle you,
I
don't go to
will
Uche.
also call, but the issue, if you say to me, I want to do X,
I'm gonna tell you how to do it,
and
if
then
you
you're
don't
not
do it,
doing it, I'm like, but I don't think you want X for real. Because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I want to, my friend was like, oh, this feels like a humiliation ritual. And I was like, you obviously don't want to do it then.
because be humiliated if you really want to do it.
It's not like,
If you want the millions that come with it, be
why is it
humiliated
an
for the
issue? Like, just
seconds.
post the video. Like, I don't get high views. I had to show my friend, I was like, I don't get high views all the time. I don't, but I do post a lot. So by the end of the week, the low video for Monday is like how many scrolls away.
When you put it like
You're
that,
too fixated on what you're not getting and not locked in enough on what you should be doing. You're like, you need to let go of the things you can't control. And this is a lesson I also had to learn. It's a lesson that every creator has to learn at some point in their journey, because naturally, as a consumer of content, you look at views and you look at likes and you look at those kind of metrics. But as a creator of content, you can't let those metrics cripple you or get into your mind or make you feel like, oh, I'm not getting views, or oh, I'm not. You might get 1 million views today and tomorrow you get 10K. But then at the end of the week, you've got 1.5 million views.
sensational stuff.
Do you know what I mean? It's like you
Because,
have to look at things as
on a wider picture.
Yeah. Like as long as you are growing in that year, you are still making progress. But you don't grow if you post 1 video today, 2 videos next month, 1 video in March, 2 videos in April. Maybe you had a good summer, so you posted 4 videos in July. You're just wasting your own time.
And that's exactly what I've been doing.
Yeah, you need
wasting
to really...
my time.
I think people need to take a strategic approach to creating content. And this is people that if you want to have it as an income, if you want to grow online, if you want to really be locked into it, it's not really anymore something you fall into. I think now you have to take a lot more of a analytical approach to creating content if you want your content to do well, if you want to make money from it. And that leads me to my second point that I was saying. A lot of people look at content creation and they see beauty or fashion, and that's it.
There's so much in there.
It's really hard to
It's
grow
so much in there.
in beauty. I think beauty is one of the most lucrative, but it's also one of the hardest to grow in because everyone knows how to do makeup.
It's not back in the day when everyone was tutorial with me, highlight contour with me.
Everyone can do a face, and this is what I'm saying earlier about like when you go out and you feel like, oh, I need to look a certain way. Yeah, because everyone looks amazing. Everyone's makeup is gorgeous. Like I haven't seen a bad makeup in a really, really long time. The girls know. I haven't, child. The girls know how to do a face. So I think I was saying to my friend who's doing content at the moment, I was like, you're focused on doing beauty content, but you're literally hilarious. What you need to be doing is focused on making comedy your primary pillar, and then beauty can be one of the secondary or the third. But primarily, you're a funny girl. Because at the end of the day, and I hate to say this, a lot of beauty brands only care about following. So if you grew your following in fitness and you love makeup, following is following. If you grew your following doing fashion, but the issue is, the key is you still have to talk about makeup. So you still have to integrate makeup in your content in some way. But
yeah, for sure.
It's really hard to grow as makeup being your prime. Like Monet has incredible personality.
So she can do everything.
That's
like
why
she is the brand. She's
yeah,
done very well at being the brand.
Yeah, Monet as an individual. Like, yes, she talked about makeup, but like it was for her personality, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. No, I agree completely.
Who else is a good? Obviously, Glow talked about tutorials. It's been a long time since someone just blew off a blown off makeup.
Facts.
It's
facts.
It's
because there's a lot of makeup content creators that are sensational but 5K views because it's not necessarily what people are looking for or whatever the case may be.
Beauty is not to say that it's full, but it's saturated. There's a lot of girls that do beauty content. That means there's a lot of girls that have a high following. But in the UK, who was I talking? Joyce and I were talking about this, about the Million Club, content creators Million Club, black. In the UK, you have Ayinda, she's in fitness. You have Patricia, and this is non-reality. This is just purely off building off content. Ayinda in fitness, Patricia or everyone knows Patricia Bright. Patricia Bright. And you have Joyce. And those are the only 3 non-reality personalities that have over 1 million just off like digital first.
Which is crazy.
Which is insane.
Which is crazy.
I can think of anyway. I'm sure there might be more. And this is black women.
In the UK.
In the UK.
Show me who you got.
It's really, that's just say, it's really, really difficult to grow
just off of
online.
That. You need to be, I get it. There needs to be more to you. It can't just be the main, just makeup.
Unless you are like, even some of the most incredible makeup artists, makeup creators, makeup enthusiasts that have the sickest makeup. Sometimes it's even harder for them to grow because I think people really resonate with what they can relate with. If you're too good at eyeshadow,
it's like, girl, I can't.
People might save it, but they might not follow. They might just be like, I love it. I think it looks beautiful.
I'll get it for my makeup artist for one day.
So I think you also need to think when you do content about make it in a way that
is relatability basically.
to the mass.
Yeah.
Whether that's like making it easy, blah blah. You get the idea. But hopefully that was helpful.
The School of Uche Natori.
And the School of Uche Natori is remember I said about business. So, you know, you might be hearing more from the School of Uche Natori. Oh! You remember I used to do that all the time.
Because why did you stop?
I know, I did it.
Because why did you stop?
Before COVID, I used to do in real life events. During COVID, I did Clubhouse masterclass.
Oh, we were loving it!
Yeah, so I think if that's the kind of, I'm more of that route of business as opposed to, here's another eyeshadow.
Here's a brand. Here's a
over consumerism, guys, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, that's it.
I love it.